for some people, it might actually be a suggestion towards surgery because it lasts a lot longer than the medications, and it's a lot more substantial weight loss than the medication. So surgery still outperforms the medications, but clearly there's a risk profile difference, and then there's the durability difference. So for most people who start weight loss medications at a young age, because they've got more than 4 stones to lose, they're going to need to be on it for life. And you need to do the maths.
Yeah.
And say, well, look, it's costing me X amount per month and I'm going to need this on and off for life. How much is that going to cost me? Whereas I could have an operation, which are very, very safe these days, very effective, and that will actually cost a quarter of the price over the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. And one of the biggest cons about being on the medication for life is that with all medications, you build up a resistance to it and eventually they will stop working. So you'd be basically throwing good money after bad, I guess.
That's what a lot of people don't understand, that if they need to be on the medication long term, they will eventually migrate up to the highest dose, or a high dose, which is A, more expensive, and B, will still lead them to becoming tolerized to it. And eventually they'll need to take a break from the medication where, again, that needs to be managed carefully. You don't just stop dead because guess what? You'll be ravenously hungry within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So you wean off it. And then we put other strategies in place with the expectation that after a break of 6 months, year, you need to go back on it because otherwise you will go back to where you started. And again, like the blood pressure scenario, if I develop high blood pressure and I'm on tablets and the side effects are tolerable, etc., if I decide to have a break from the tablets, guess what's going to happen?
The blood
pressure will come back. I will need to go back on them at some point.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm having a break from the side effects.
Yeah. Although I think in fairness, you can't really control your blood pressure level other than being overexerted or if you're doing a run.
I could zen.
Yeah, you need to be totally zen. However, the weight going up, it is caused by you coming off the drugs, feeling hungry again, eating more than you were, and potentially eating foods that will lead to weight gain.
Yeah, and we now recognize that the drivers, the subconscious drivers, the metabolic derangement, the problem with your metabolism that makes you gain weight in the first place, tells your brain to go for specific food. So people think, oh, it's just being greedy. Look, they're going eating the cakes. Well, that's because their brain is going, no, not salad, cake. Cake's what you need because we need the calories, even though manifestly you don't need any more calories on board. But it's that dysregulation, as we call it. It's a proper illness.
Yeah. For everybody listening, we have dealt with all the things that Shaw has just spoken about, literally about weight gain and coming off of the drugs in previous episodes. And I've no doubt we will talk about this again in a future episode.